Hello my friends, this is I know that you might have seen on Facebook, I've started up basically it's an ancient arts, Appalachian arts preserve. It's to, basically continue to keep some of the traditions from some of the art making and craft making, ancient old style craft work, making stuff like wreaths and old petroglyphic pictographs and stone carvings for petroglyphs and paintings. That's the reason why I ask you to donate over at the site. It's called Everribbon, just like it sounds, everribbon.com, www.everribbon.com. I will also be showing during this video some of my wreaths that I've made, and in another video, in a few, I'm getting ready to go make my latest wreath out of grapevine, and I'm going to show it also in its own, it'll have its own video time on here. I keep these videos probably about around 5 minutes, and now I'm going to take time to show you the wreaths. This is a grapevine wreath. This is what I consider to be a small wreath. A lot of people like smaller wreaths because they like to put them in the house and put them up over doorposts, and I just put them up, inside or outside, on a light post or a doorpost. This wreath can do a lot of different things. Basically, in the ancient practice, let me get a little bit closer to you with it so you can kind of see the actual patterning that I'm following here. This is called the serpentine pattern, and it was coil design to begin with. The ancients used to keep the same design that the vines themselves actually take in nature. I did so by reading up on all the oldest forms of wreath making that there was, and I figured out that they just followed the pattern that you see in nature, and you can observe the kudzu vine and the grapevine and see them both following the same pattern that I have created. And it's really traditional. And let me get back away from you with it so you can kind of take a look at how it's put together. This is really neat stuff. So that is the grapevine, smaller wreath for you there. And it takes hours to gather these wreaths and to assemble them. I make vine wreaths, but I also make branch wreaths, and so that's what I'm going to show you next, is a wreath that I've constructed out of holly branches. And so these are kind of like a traditional holiday type wreath. This one I've made in the shape of an oval, as you can see here. Move this out of the way. Kind of get back with it just a little bit so you can kind of look at it. The way that it would hang up would be just about like this. You just basically hang it on a nail, and it kind of hangs in a doorway about like so, something like that. And looking at it the other way, kind of back up with it some. Branch wreath making kind of fell out of practice. I had to do a whole lot of research to find out what I know about wreaths. And these wreaths like this were used for protection in the ancient past, to ward off evil spirits from homes and to ward off negative energy from the person. And so, as you can see here, I have this wreath pretty well put together, and I'm really proud of its construction. This is a medium-sized wreath, and I'll get up close to it a little bit so you can see again the natural pattern that I had followed, as I follow with mostly all my wreaths. And in branch wreath making, you don't really see branches taking this type of pattern, but I make branch wreaths in the same exact way that I make vine wreaths, with the same type of patterning. So you can see that there. I get back away from it a little bit more, kind of just show you that it's a pretty nice wreath. Alright, now I'm going to put that one out of the way. Next, I go to a pretty, it's a pretty rare wreath. These type of wreaths used to be made in Rome. They were called thistle wreaths, made from thistles, thorns, and so they're dangerous to make. I don't suggest that anyone should try to make one of these, because I've done enough research on wreaths, and I've been making them for such a long time, including being around them when I was a boy. You know, I don't suggest that a person just go out and try to make a vine wreath without someone teaching them how to do so, because you can get your hand really torn up, or you could even puncture a vein if one of the thorn vines was to kind of get away from your control. It can actually literally tear a vein open, and you have a lot of trouble. So don't anyone try this at home. I'm going to show this wreath to you right quick. It is I call it a wreath of thorns instead of a crown of thorns. The Romans used to make these different types of things showcased. They would also put them upon people who had been condemned, and cause them sort of discomfort and pain with that. But they were also made into wreaths that were also hung up on doorposts and stuff to drive away negativity and to keep peace within a general space. Usually a home or a building like a barn or something would be where they would hang up the wreaths to use as a protection symbol for their animals and for themselves and for their homes. So I'm going to hold up this wreath of thorns. I'm really proud of it. Something like this usually takes a couple of hours to construct. As you can see, when I get up to the for a close-up shot, you'll be able to see the thorns on it. So I'm really going to get close with this one, okay? As you can see here, the pattern that's been followed is similar to all the other ones. It's called a coil design. The design kind of resembles a serpent when it coils around another serpent, and they do this a lot of times when they make when they actually make their home together as a large amount of serpents inside of something like a cave or something. And this would be the patterning that the natural vine takes when it coils around the other vine. And it will not come apart very easily. But if you do decide you want one of these wreaths, and you decide you want to make a donation, I will make you one of these wreaths, or even give you one of these wreaths, because they're not for sale. I can never put a price on any of them. They are ancient art, and so I can't put a price on any of them. They're priceless. And you could be a person who can own one of these if you only just make a substantial donation. I would ask you to make one, whatever you could give to my art fund, and then I will mail you one of these with shipping. I'd usually ask that you make a donation that would at least cover the shipping and the cost of me mailing it to you. So I'm only using donations to further the production of the arts, ancient arts, and I'm really serious about what I'm doing. So all the money will be used in getting materials to make more stuff for you all who are fans of mine, and also who are following me here on Twitter or on Facebook. So I saved the best for last. This is a very protective wreath. It's one of my favorites. I've had it for about 1 year and some time now. This is called a white, or actually it's a spruce pine branches. That's what this is made out of. And there's a little spider web in there now, because the spider's made a web in the middle of it. But yeah, this is the one that I'm really proud of. And let me let you kind of get a real good close-up look at this. Look how beautiful this is. Look how beautiful this is. And again, I'm not auctioning these. I could not I mean, this is priceless stuff. You don't see these anywhere. And this could very well be yours. All you have to do is just make a donation and bring it to my attention that you made a donation on my Facebook page. Send me a private message that you made a donation, and you would like to have a a custom ancient style branch wreath. Now this is pine, as I told you before. Very rare. These things will last thousands of years if in the right conditions, because I make them from living branches that are taken from a tree. The tree has been, left living, and so the power and the chi, if you will, the natural prana from the, from the plant kingdom, can be yours, because these are very powerful spiritual, protective symbols. You can hang them up in your home. You could hang them up in a room where you are. You see? You could hang them up on a doorpost, something that's attached to your house. So you can see it here. And this is one, I'm really proud of this. I mean, this is, I love these things. These are beautiful. So it was my pleasure to show you some of this today and to share it with you. It doesn't take anything to approach me or dial my phone number. I might leave that in another one of these videos. I don't have and I will not have a staff. My business in preserving the Appalachian arts and crafts is just something that I do as a solo project. I don't have a team. There's been a lot of some problems out here with people trying to use my name in their businesses, illegal businesses that they made. And I don't have actually anything to do with their company. I'm a individual who runs my own business, my own funds, myself, and there's no one else involved. So if you want to make something or approach me, make sure you approach me without talking to anyone else who says that they may know about me or my situations, because there's a whole lot of phonies out here doing stuff that's just completely ludicrous. I don't have any more wreaths to show you right now, but I will be coming back, like I said, in a few with a grapevine that I'm just going to finish. I'm going to go get my vines for that in a few, and then I'm going to finish it, and then I'll make you a new video. Thanks for bearing with me, my friends. I hope you enjoy the video, and I will talk to you again soon.